So,
This shit's fire.
what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live Pendergast podcast. And man, I'm so excited to sit down with my man Jacob McCall. What is up, buddy?
What's going on, man? How you been?
Man, good. Sorry I'm late. Got off of work a little late. Had to go to the bank and all that good stuff. But we are here. That's the main thing. So
Oh yeah,
what's going on, man? How you been?
I've been great. What about yourself? Just
Man,
honestly, just trying to stay cool.
bro, just living life. That's it, right? Between work and podcasting and chasing my mini me around and being a husband and all that good stuff in between, I stay wide open.
Yeah, I was about to say, I bet Rossi's been keeping you busy.
Man, he always keeps. And you know what's funny is when I go to the track, man, it's in Rossi's not with me. The first thing people say is, "Where's Rossi at?"
Dude, that's funny you mentioned that. That's all I heard at Road Atlanta, and it was just like, man, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
It's all good, man. It is all good. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, it's yeah. So other than that, man, just same old with me, man. It was an honor to finally meet at Road Atlanta during the
Oh yeah.
second jam with you and Mark Morrow. It's awesome. My first time meeting him too as well.
Oh yeah, good people.
Oh,
Very
dude, he's
good people.
absolutely amazing. Him and his wife. Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. I'm looking on Facebook. For some reason, it's not streaming live on Facebook right this second. Yeah, I don't know. Let me, as we're talking, I'm going to be messing with it. So I will make it happen. I don't know what the deal is, but we'll figure this out together. But so listen, Jacob, as I always start the podcast out, my friend, where did it all begin for you on two wheels?
Man, two-wheel journey. Where did it start? So it actually started with three wheels. If it sounds funny enough, yeah, it started on a Yamaha. Actually, I told my fiance the other day that I had never owned Yamahas beside bikes that I had flipped, but I take that back. It was a Tri-Zinger Yamaha three-wheeler, and actually, when my father had got it for me, I didn't want to ride the thing. I don't know, dude. It was foreign to me. The whole three wheels. I don't know. It was different, but actually, I learned a lot off that thing. And then that's when we branched over into two wheels, and actually, at the time, it was an XR80 that was way too big for me, and we ended up getting that, and I rode it around, and because my father didn't really want to buy a race bike because he had worked with somebody that their son had raced growing up, and it was just constantly rebuilding bikes. They was running two strokes, of course, but it's just part of it.
It's part
So
of the game.
yeah, he didn't want me getting on to race bikes, so we started on the trail bikes. But then it just got to the point where it just wasn't it. Like I mean, yeah, I learned a lot of feel and a lot of the bikes, but yeah, it just wasn't for me. So that's when I just started buying, trading, selling around to just start branch up, getting 65s, getting 85s, 125s, and then just working my way through.
I love it, man. I love the journey, man. It's everybody's got their own unique path and journey into racing, right? And it's all beautiful. And you also race dirt bikes too, as well.
So not anymore. I grew up racing dirt bikes, and actually got to be where I was pretty successful in the amateur rankings, and then just a lot of bad news, wrecks. I mean, it's part of it. Just broken bones, injuries, money, a lot of aspects that kind of played into that. Took a break for a little while, and then just kind of had some opportunities in my lap because when I say I took a break, I mean I just wasn't racing. I was still riding, continued to ride. I always was around two wheels. Everybody would always bring their bikes to me to work on. It just kind of just life happened, and then I just now, the past couple years, just kind of got back to a point where it's like, hey, let's get back to the fun of racing. Let's kind of like where it started, because it seemed, even though they maybe at the time would have been some of the best, worst years of my life, but like, dude, it built me as a person a lot.
Oh, 100%. You know, you don't realize at the time, whatever you're in, the impact it's going to play on you later in life, and the mold that is gonna that you mold for yourself and that journey you take. You don't realize the end result, where you're going to be at, right? Um, it's yeah, beautiful. Racing dirt bikes, man. It's I grew up riding dirt bikes, never really got into racing. I was a big old wet vajayjay when it come to a lot of them big jumps. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll go around it. I'll go through it. You know, the berms and stuff out of it. But those big jumps, I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing that. It's not.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When it come to racing dirt bikes, especially like growing up, dude, I had no issues with hitting the jumps. My issues was the judgment of the jumps,
Yeah,
especially to begin with, dude. I mean, I wouldn't ham fist the throttle, but it wasn't easy on it. So I mean, it got to the point, and especially like as you start whipping and scrubbing through jumps, you realize the amount of momentum that you can carry. I mean, it's the same thing with asphalt. Once you
yeah.
start trusting the tire and understanding the feel. But yeah, it's just I don't know, it's a different aspect. I think, and it's weird that I look at it now as like maybe it's more of a risk, considering what can happen with asphalt. But like, I don't know, I guess it's just part of my mentality just kind of switched there. But yeah,
I love it. I love it, man. So, you know, speaking of that little break you took, you obviously rode on the street too, as well, or
yeah, actually, so this is my very first street bike ever. I still have it. Um, yeah, I continued to ride on the street, and at the time I was living in South Carolina, and I we've all did it. We've all been street Rossies. I kind of like held some records to up in like, going from town to town. Anywhere from like South Carolina to the Dragon, and it just got to the point where it's like, hey man, let's get this off the streets before we end up under a guardrail or something.
yeah, you know, it's funny. Our journey always begins, you know, either dirt or flat track or whatever it is, and then we eventually get a street bike, and then we go out there and ride wheelies, doing 140 miles an hour, racing your friends, thinking you're, you
You're
know, young
40 foot
Valentino
tall,
Rossi.
yeah.
Yeah, and then when you get your first leather suit, you put it on. Oh my God, you feel like Iron Man, Thanos, right? I can do anything. Nothing can stop me. I'm invincible, you know. And then one good crash happens, or your buddy, you know, and then you realize, hey, this is really dangerous. Like I need to
Yeah, I was
take
about to
it.
say, and you especially get a piece of that humble pie when even before the crash. To preface that, say you go to your first track day, bigger and smaller fish galore, mostly bigger. We'll agree
Mostly
that.
bigger. Yep. And younger, right? Yeah, 12-year-old. You're
Yeah,
like, wait, what?
and it's funny you mentioned that, especially like when you look at like the club racing level. Sometimes, if you was to look into it, yeah, it might hurt your feelings because yeah, you just got spanked by somebody that wasn't even born when you first started riding a bike. It's just it's crazy to think about.
But that's part of the two of losing that ego, putting to the side
Yeah,
to what and really dig your heels in and say, okay, there's a lot that I really don't know, and there's a lot that I need to learn. So
yeah,
let
and they
me
can they can teach you
a
absolutely.
100%, right?
Latch in
It's
behind them.
and follow him, him or her. It
Yeah.
don't have
Oh
to be a
yeah, yeah,
them,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
absolutely. I was just
absolutely.
kind of reference there.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely, man. And then, of course, you know, now we are where you are. Very successful club racer, super fast. Had the honor to finally meet and watch you at the track, so I seen it
Yeah.
firsthand for sure. That's when I met Mark Morrow for the first time, and we actually got Eileen on here. What is up?
Ooh,
She says,
it's Eileen.
Eileen, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Everybody
Oh
knows I'm
no, no, no,
bad
you're good,
mispronouncing
dude.
names, right?
It's
So
funny that I correct you there, dude. I'm the worst with names.
you're
I can't
you're
say
good,
anything there.
Jacob. Correct all you want, man. I'm we're in this together, right? So uh, what is going on, Eileen? Nice to have you on the
Oh
show.
man, you want to talk about phenomenal people. Mark and
Right.
his whole crew, and especially Eric, Matt, Eileen, Mark. Just I don't know, man. Just beside myself. Well, I can't thank them enough. Like it's just really tremendous. Yes, absolutely. If you want a good lap time, call that number. And
There you go.
speaking of which, if we want to touch base on that, so actually have schools coming up. So there's a school 921. It'll be intro to track and race school. 1 day school. It'll be like the day one. So I ended up taking the 2 day school. So it ended up being like the day one school. So it'll be open to all riders, whether you are a club racer, want to work on your skill, or whether you want to get into it. Come on out. I'll be actually coaching in that, and so will Matt as well. I don't know if Eric's going to be making it, but I'm hoping he is. But yeah, and then on 11/23 will be the advanced technique school. It'll be almost like the day two that I ended up taking, where you kind of, the first day you get the jitters out, you get the flags out, you kind of work on the racecraft cornering. But second day is going to be more or less working on racecraft and advanced racing / riding, what to do in certain situations and predicaments, and it's just going to be a great time.
It's going to be a proper mega time, as I always say, people. And speaking of that, man, so let's just get into the whole Mark Morrow in the school, because he's absolutely amazing what he's done for the sport and the people he's bringing in and coaching, right? So, at your standpoint, taking his class in his school, what did that do to you in your career as far as riding?
Man, honestly, and it was kind of funny. He actually didn't even know. It was actually my very first track day ever. And
Love it.
which I thought I told him at the end of the second day, but I don't know if he kind of processed. But yeah, it was my very first track day ever, and he said from the get-go that he'd recommend, even if you're a track day rider, getting out there, learning the safety, learning the ropes, learning the flags. He recommends, anybody, if it's your first track day, awesome. If it's 2 to 3 track days, awesome. If you did 200-300, awesome. But especially with me being first track day, I feel like I didn't learn bad habits that maybe if I would have went to a track day / not seek coaching or expertise, I feel like I would have maybe potentially taught myself some bad habits, and then trying to break myself out of those bad habits, working around them when they shouldn't even be there from the get-go. So I feel like that was a huge benefit, and especially considering the amount of years that he had raced, the experience was a big part.
Oh, 100%. You surround yourself with good people that know what they're talking about. You're destined to succeed if you listen, of course,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I mean, everything that, I've had Mark on the podcast. If you guys missed it, please go back and watch it, because he gives a wealth of information. It's
yeah,
absolutely
absolutely.
amazing. And if you guys, yeah, sign up, go out there and join the class. I'm telling you, I'm a big advocate of coaching. There's a lot to being said with bad habits. We develop those bad habits on the street because we think we know what we're doing. And then we go do a track day. If you don't get the proper coaching, you just stay in the bad habits, right? Um, it's so important to get out of that. Like, basically, when you show up to your first track day, proper track day, or race event, you got to put the ego to the side, soak it all in, and ask for help, because nobody's perfect. Nobody knows. Go out there and cut super fast lap times right out the gate. I mean, there's very few humans in this world that has that natural ability that can
Yeah,
go out there and do it. But for the rest of us, yeah, coaching, 110% take coaching. Save that money on that $6,000 exhaust. Sign up for Mark Morrow's class. Get you proper coaching in. It's going to make you a lot better rider than you could ever dream or imagine. 100%. And break you some of
exactly.
those bad habits. If you have bad habits, he will break them,
Forget the bike mods, work on the rider mod. Take the
bro.
school.
Bro, it's
Take the school.
it's far too often you show up at a club event or track days. You can tell the newbies with the brand new V4Rs and the BMWs and all this, all shiny with all this exhaust. I'm like, dude, that's a nice bike. I'd love to have it. But why don't you buy you a 400? Learn how to really race and ride that thing, right? And develop your skills instead of, people that show up on a big bike and everybody thinks, well, we got to have the horsepower and all this. That's fine and all, but you're going to learn a lot more riding a slow bike fast and riding a fast bike slow. And that's a fact.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know. And Eileen's, you're absolutely right. There's always something to learn and to work on to drop time. I mean, that's facts, right? You think Valentino Rossi got to where he was just on natural ability? Absolutely not. It's
No, and
always
they
work.
continue each weekend. I mean, they're constantly just cutting tents, and it's like you don't get that by plateauing. You keep
No, you
working, you
don't.
keep digging,
You
keep
got to.
learning.
You got to. And that's with anything in life. I mean, you just got to keep digging and keep going at it, right? It's yeah. And I'm gonna get to a couple of these comments. Mark says Jacob was fast on day one. I still think he was lying when he said it was his first track day with a laughing
Nope.
smiley emoji.
No, it definitely was not. It was definitely my first track day ever.
Eileen, you're right. What a good motto that is. That's got to be a new tagline, Jacob. Forget the bike mods, work on the rider mods. You know
I
what?
like that. Go ahead and
That should be
trademark
the name
that.
of the episode when I publish it tomorrow. Forget the bike mods. I mean, it's true. You know, people
Yeah.
get a bike, and what's the first thing they want to do? I need it to make some noise. It's already making noise,
Yeah, I need
right?
exhaust. I need a tune. I need.
Yeah,
I mean, if you do want to go that direction, we could talk suspension. We could talk like let's get some proper bike mods. But until we get to that level, yeah, let's work on working on getting there.
yeah. I mean, it's
Because I
yeah,
mean, realistically, most production, especially street bikes, they're set up for the 140 to 180 pound rider. So straight out the box, I mean, do a little tweaking and refiring is decent for an average club track day.
100%. You know, it's again. You know, everybody thinks they gotta have the biggest and baddest, fastest motorcycle out there to be fast at the track, and that's abs. And then you know those get the real big slice of that humble pie when they're out there, and you got Nathan Galker coming around you on the outside at 14 years old, just and you're like, it disappears, and you're like, wait, how's this even possible? You know,
Yeah. What size bike was that? How old is he?
right?
He's
That's
like,
a
oh
250.
my, yeah.
Get out of
Yeah.
here. It's a 400. Get out of here. Right. It's yeah, there's a lot to be said with that, you know, and yeah,
Yeah, I've seen him race and ride a couple times, and dude, it's always a pleasure to watch. Like he has some serious racecraft.
yeah, him and Ryder Davis too. He's another one that
Yep.
is just phenomenal. It's like every time you watch him, you're like, how don't this kid have a ride in Moto America? I'm just confused right now, right? We talk about pressure to rise, right? Let's get him out
Yeah.
there, right? Or you know what I'd love to see too
He's been
is
showing out on the duck too.
dude been straight showing out on that duck.
But he was
Is
nasty on the R6. So what do you say?
he's faster on the duck, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
he's just one of those kids like you know Nathan that's just got that natural raw ability. But his parents put everything into it, and he puts it all into himself too, and that's why he is where he is.
Yeah.
So not sitting around playing PlayStation all day or being on the Oculus and all that good stuff, right? You still got to go out there and have your fun, but you know when I'm a big advocate for motorcycles choose us, we don't choose motorcycles. And when I say that, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people out here that want a bike and they buy them because they're cool. They want to pick up women or whatever it is. But when bikes choose us, it totally consumes our life. And we don't realize it at the time, you know, how it's going to mold us and change us. And we talked about this earlier. And the people you meet and the families you meet and the beautiful circus you're part of. It's absolutely amazing, you know, and you don't realize that until you're a couple years into it and you're like, whoa, I'm so consumed by this. It's that's what I put all my energy in, and obviously yours
Yeah.
too,
And
right?
especially over the last year of club racing. We've noticed like the relationships and people we run into, you know, it's phenomenal. It's just throughout the years, you're like, oh yeah, I remember them. We met them there. We was beside of them here. It's just, dude, you end up building your own family.
110%. So how did you become a coach? Is that something you wanted to do or
Yeah, absolutely. With Mark School, so he presented the opportunity to me, and it just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of admire what he does, what you do for the industry, just any way to give back. You know, because that's something that I guess asphalt kind of struggles with. You know, like filling grids, getting people. Like I feel like we have the want to get people out there. Maybe they're just not wanting to take that step of no, I don't. I just want to do track days. I don't want to race. It's too dangerous. But like anytime I've heard that, you know, I've talked three people into taking the school and going out and racing because I was like, when you actually look at the stats, it's actually safer to be out there racing than it is doing track days.
100%? Because at track days, you know, you got all. It don't matter if you're entry level. You still got people that's been there and for a while. That's pretty decently got a fast pace, and even at the lower, and you're a newbie there, it could be a 20, 30 mile an hour difference in the corners, and that's huge. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So and that all goes along with, man, take the school, take the class, whatever class it is, wherever you're at in the United States, sign up, take the school, get you proper coaching, learn the flags, learn the do's, the don'ts,
Just the education.
the
Get the
education.
education.
Yeah, you can't show up to school counting numbers. You don't even know how to count numbers, right? So you got to, I feel like there's a lot of stigma too. Like people just want to show up and again think that they're just going to be Ricky Road Racer and be fast right off the gate. And again, those slim people that do it like you, as Mark says, when you showed up, it is, Mark. It's scarier at a track day than it is in a race, right? 110%. Yeah, all that goes, plays hand in hand. The more comfortable you are out there and the more knowledge you have being out there on the track where you feel safe, then you're safe in your environment. Therefore, you're going to want to push more. If you're out there and you don't feel safe and you have no idea what you're doing, yeah, it plays all right here. Because as we all know, life in motorcycle racing is so mental. Kind of like golf. I'm not a big golfer. I play Tiger Woods golf, right, or on my phone. But in real life, man, I suck. But it's such a mental game. I see why racers like to play golf because it's that mental challenge of it, right? Reading the greens and all that stuff. Same thing as racing. It's such a mental challenge to show up, right? Because when you show up, you have this vision, Jacob, of how your weekend's going to go, right? And then a monkey wrench gets thrown in it out of left field you never seen coming. So how do you deal with that mentally and to push yourself to get over that barrier to move on and still progress at the same time? And most importantly, have fun that day.
Yeah. I've had a couple monkey wrenches thrown into the equation this season, especially. If you're asking me how I personally get through it, I have a massive pain tolerance and also super hard headed. If I say I'm gonna go out and do something, I'm gonna do it.
Sound like me.
So, yeah. So that was a that was a, like we touched base on it earlier. If you have the option of going out there and race or sitting this one out, we're probably going to go out there and race.
At all cost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm willing to die today for this.
Yeah, I don't know. And especially like growing up, so I did team sports for the longest time, but like, and this sounds kind of selfish when I say this, but I didn't, I liked individual sports because then I felt like I was able to showcase my talents or my skills individually instead of, so that's why I don't know, like when I get that monkey wrench or that, like, yeah, I, I'm not even gonna lie. I can apologize to my fiance on this one. I get pretty frustrated because I do take it to heart when stuff like that does happen. But usually when I just sit back and think about what happened and how we're going to bounce back, usually we make it happen.
Yeah, I mean that's and that's with anything in life. How do you approach any mental block that pops up? For me, one of my big hurdles that I overcome was my fear of heights by skydiving. Was the most extreme way I come over fear of heights, jump out of a freaking airplane, right?
Nothing
So
to it but to do it.
that's it. Let's go. Was I nervous, bro? Like I backed out in my mind so many times standing there getting dressed. And when the plane, they're like, "You're up." I'm like, "Me?" They're like, "Yeah, you go." They
Are
see
you
the
sure it's
fear,
me?
dude. They seen the fear in my eyes. So real quick, I remember sitting in the plane. It was a little single seater with just the pilot. My back was against the pilot. My feet stretched out. The guy that I'm jumping with, he's at the tail with his feet literally next to my hip, and he's asleep the whole time. And there's a crack in the door like this, Jacob. And I'm sitting, I'm just staring out, looking the ground get smaller and smaller, sweating even more the higher we go up, right? I've flown plane. I've been in planes my whole life because of my dad, right? He's a fighter pilot, United Airlines, all that. That don't scare me. Just the fear of heights, which don't make sense. Climbing on a roof or in a tree, right? Big ladder. I'm not doing that. So as we're getting up, the dude's asleep. He made me so nervous, and I had to pee so bad, right? So I grab his foot, and I'm like, "Dude, you got to wake up! Like you are freaking me out more than this." Like he didn't say nothing, dude. He literally opened his eyes. He looked at me. He says, "Oh, you're jumping out of this plane," and then closes his eyes. And I don't know if he goes to sleep, he's meditating or what. And my eyes are like this big. I was like, "Oh shit!" I look over at the pilot, and the pilot's like, "Okay, we're at altitude, right?" And I'm looking out, and the world's literally like this big. I can't even see people, nothing. And I get up beside the pilot, and the only thing I remember seeing is this big row of just shit-eating grin teeth just smiling at me, and my eyes are like this big, right? But I did it, jumped out the plane, felt a whole lot better. And from that day forward, I was like, man, I can do anything. If I set my mind to it, again, that's that mental block, the fears of things, right? You got to stare it in the face and beat it down. Like, you have no control over me. I got control over me, not you, and that's part of the whole getting over the mental blocks. And once you achieve one, then it seems like it's a lot easier in life to achieve them all.
Yeah.
When something like that happens, if that makes sense. So
that's kind of like that same philosophy. Like when you think about like lap times, it's like when you go like, oh, I can run this here, but I know I'm holding out this here, and especially like when you start racing and start comparing, other people's lap times, and then you latch in behind, or say you're leading the race, whatever the case may be. It's just, I don't know, there's just always something to learn or something to pick up. So it's just, I don't know,
100%.
it's fascinating.
No, it is. And one question I do have for you, Jacob, that I've asked multiple of my friends that I've had on here that do also riding coaching. Do you get the same satisfaction at seeing somebody else progress as you do when you progress on the track?
Actually, yeah. And it's going to sound kind of silly, but here recently, probably like 2 to 3 months ago, I ended up, me and my brother taught one of my nieces how to ride a bicycle, and which they have actually expressed interest in wanting to ride dirt bikes and stuff like that. So we ended up teaching her riding a bicycle, and I don't know, it was just like probably some of the most satisfying 2 to 3 hours that I had spent in a good long time. So like, yeah, do I take pride in my accomplishments? Yeah, but I also take a lot of pride when I'm able to teach somebody something and they flourish.
Oh, 110%, man. And that also speaks volumes of who you are as a person, my friend. 100%. It's not all about self satisfaction. It's also, I'm a big advocate for that too. I love to help everybody, right? That gives me the greatest satisfaction is helping people. And
And
I'm the
hopefully
type
in
of,
that aspect, we can get them out there on the grid. Maybe they can beat me.
you never know, right?
Fill a
But I'm like,
spot.
right, let's go. I'm like you, man. I'm stubborn and I'm so hard headed. I will give everybody help, but I'm that guy that will sit in the corner and struggle and try to figure it out myself
Yeah,
before
by
I'll
myself.
ask for help, right?
Yeah.
Even though I got people coming by, dude, let me help. No, I got it, bro. I've been sitting over here and watching you for 3 hours, sweating like
You don't got it.
you don't got it. You help us, let us help you. And that's part of not so much of an ego. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. It's just I guess part of satisfaction knowing you can do it yourself, I guess is what it is for me.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of it, and it seems like we're very similar. Maybe some of it in our head, we're like, oh, it's not going to be done right unless it's done by us, or maybe we don't trust
Bro,
it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think a lot of it is mental though.
it is, and I'm like that at work. I'm like, dude, just everybody go do something. I got it. I'll do it because I'll do it better myself, right? Yeah, dude, that's so true. And that's kind of I don't want to say held me back, but it's just always how I view things. And I guess I kind of get that from my dad too. Like, I can do it myself. I'll do it better myself. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, man.
My dad was the same way. Very, very hard worker.
Yeah. I grew up in the Navy, so it was always that, mentality and all that. Even though my dad was always super cool, always into bikes, that's how I got into it. But when I messed up, yeah, he'd let me know and he'd let me figure it out myself, instead of always putting his hand on my shoulder. Oh, it's okay. You got, this and that. He would, but he always chose the right moments to do it. Right. That's
Yeah.
why I am the way I am with my son.
It's like them good tough love moments.
Yeah, man. I let him
They
figure it out.
always knew when.
I'll tell you one time, dude, I would not do that. And this is why. And Rossi will look at me like, whatever. You don't know shit, Dad. Don't go out there and don't get hurt. And I'm like, I told you. Are you okay? Let's hug it out. Like, now you know what not to do next time. But it's hard, I guess, is one thing I've learned about being a parent, especially with my son, is I could tell him something. He can come up to you, Jacob, and you tell him the same thing I told him, and he'll do exactly what you tell him. Me,
Yep.
nah, whatever. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that, to piggyback on that, like, I had a little bit of that when I was growing up. So it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But yeah, they was definitely looking out for us in the long
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, but at the time we don't realize it, right?
Yeah.
Because we think we know, like my boy Rossi right now. So when you guys see him at VR, dude, he knows everything right now, right? He's 12. He'll be 13 in November. He knows everything. So every time I try to give him advice, he's like, "Oh, I know, Dad." I'm like, "Okay." So I can just throw my phone away and get rid of Google and all that, right? Because you know it all. So I just come to you, right? He's like, "You know what I mean, Dad?" I'm like, "I know what you mean. I know what you think you mean, but that's not, So yeah, it's absolutely proper mega, as I always say. I'm gonna get back to a couple of these comments. Mark says huge closing speeds. I don't know, what pop up. There it is. Huge closing speeds and huge differences in ability. That goes back to what we are talking about people showing
Yeah.
up for the track day the first time. And I think there's a lot of nerves going into your first track day. First time being on track. We want everybody that shows up to have smiles for miles and love every single moment of it. Because I've seen too many people show up on their first track day and something goes wrong because they don't leave their ego outside the track gates, right? When they come in, and it just destroys them mentally. And they don't ever come back. Sometimes they sell their bikes and they just stop riding altogether. So it's very important to show up, have fun, and listen. Be that sponge. Put that ego to the side, right? Yes, you are going to eat pie that day. I hope you like it because you're going to have it whether you want it or not. So, but all
And
that's
those same lessons that they're about to try to teach you, that you're probably not going to listen to and learn yourself, they have discovered that throughout their experience. So yeah, definitely be a sponge.
100%. My man Bobby, what is up, Bobby? See you at VR, Chris. Learn how to ride first. Fast comes in time. It does. You don't being a baby running miles, right? You got to crawl before you can walk. You got to walk before you can run. So,
Oh yeah.
um, yes, Bobby, I can't wait to see you, my friend. Mark says, "Hear me out." Going back
Uh
to what you're saying, your advice. Well, listen, just hear me out, right? They're like, yeah, I know.
that's a common phrase. Usually if I have a grand idea, especially on the race weekend.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hear me out. That's
Just
good.
hear me out. I'm gonna make
Just
it happen.
Yeah, just dude, we're in this together. We'll figure it out together, right? Let's go. I love it, man. Um, Eileen says Jacob sets a goal and heads towards it full throttle. He is focused. Absolutely, he is. Um, and then my man Matthew Piccata, what is up, dude? He says, "What's up, gentlemen? Missed you at Mid Ohio, Jacob. Chris, I'll see you in a couple of weeks, bro. I can't wait. Let's go."
Yeah, man, unfortunately, yeah, I did miss hanging out with them, but I saw that they had some pretty good success up there. So
Yes, they did.
I was very proud of my boys.
Yeah, dude. Listen, I'm proud of I don't know if I say this enough, but I'm proud of all my friends that show up and race. Club racing, Moto America, BSB, ASBK, man. Every single one of you guys and girls are absolute legends. Mark Morrow, you're included on that, of course, 110%. So it's yeah, man, I love showing up, watching you guys and girls go out there and just rip it on the track. And I know when I show up that not everybody's weekend's going to go the way they want it to. Only one person can win. One person's going to be last. But hey, I'm proud of every single one of you for showing up and getting on the box, or whether you finish last or first. It still makes my heart full of joy and happy watching all you guys out there and girls. It's absolutely amazing.
But
Um,
to add to that, and I know you just kind of taken it out of context, so I know there's always going to be one winner. But if you consider yourself finishing last, or like, oh, I'm the first loser or something, like, no, you had one winner and you had 19 other people that learned something or learned their mistakes or something they can improve on. So I don't know. I think everybody wins if you look at it in that retrospect.
Listen, I agree 110%. There's a lot to be said, what you just said, my friend. But that goes into looking at things in a different way, right? So you got to be open minded, leave the ego down, right? Because if you have an ego, you're not going to learn exactly what Jacob just said, right? You think, oh, I got last, I suck, I'm slow. No, you're not. You just learned a
Yes,
lot.
and it's
Yeah, you
those bad weekends that are going to define the character as well.
100%. And you probably learn more on bad weekends than you do on good weekends. Let's just be honest, right? Because
Yeah.
now you know what not to do or where I need to progress. And you always got people coming by, hey, man, you look good here and here, but you need to work on this and this and this, but I'll help you out and blah, blah, blah. And that goes part being in the beautiful circus,
Yep.
which is absolutely amazing, right? Mark says 3 feet looks a lot different when the door is open. Bro, I'm telling you right now, Mark, that. Whew, Bro, leap of faith is what that was for sure. Because honestly, at the time, I was like, it's just like anything. You know the risk and you know the reward before you open the door and walk through it, right? But you already accepted what might happen when you walk through that door, right? But in the back of your mind, it's a little bit sitting there. But at the time, you're not worried about that. You just want to do what you want to do and have fun and yeah,
So,
push
so
yourself.
tell me this: when you landed, was you like, all right, let's go to New York City? All right, skyscrapers, baby, let's do it.
You know,
What was your mentality there?
I could do anything. Like I
Yeah,
felt like like my mental game totally elevated at that time and moment. You know,
like somebody give me a bike, let's do this.
bro, it was 11,500 feet. I mean, the world was tiny, right? But I had so much fun once I let go. That's the key word, right? Let go, leave that ego to the side, and man, I had the best time. Honestly, the adrenaline rush of jumping out of an airplane and lining up to do an actual race, bro, it's like neck and neck, dude. It's a feeling that you always look after, right? Like every
Yeah,
day you get on the track. I know people listen to this when you show up to a track day or you line up on the grid, whatever, that rush, that surge of energy, that warmth, all that good stuff
that
that
like
goes in.
controlled chaos, I like to call it.
Controlled chaos, right? When we leave that track, that's in our brain and our body's still vibrating for the next couple of days and it's not right. So now we seek things and ways to replicate that until we can go back out at the track, right?
Yeah,
um yeah, I'd love to sit down with somebody that's retired racing and see how they deal with it mentally wise, right? Giving up the
yeah. Like what
speed
gets
and
them
all
through
that.
the day?
What
What
gets you
like
right?
are you accomplishing it? Like what goals do you set? Like, because I'm curious on it too. Because
So
I do get that feeling. Yeah, you just constantly chasing like better, better, do
better,
better.
better. Yeah, that's right. But that's all self of awareness and wanting to always better yourself and push yourself, right?
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
Oh
So
yeah, we're doing good, but we can always do better.
always do better, right? Even if you hit that lotto, guess what? You can still do better, my
Oh
friend.
yeah.
110%, man. So, we're in 2025. You're out there doing big things out there on the track, Jacob. What's the next track you're going to be at?
So next track this weekend actually, we'll be at Little Tally. But so I'm actually not going to be racing. I'm going to be helping out, getting that bike situated for my fiance, getting it set up for the end of the season, and then she'll be running her Groms as well, or Grom.
I love it, man. I love it. And I like the array of bikes you have in the background there, my friend. Why don't you run through them and tell us what they are and what purposes they serve for you?
Yeah, so which actually before we had just purchased this 400 from Jason Black or Tate Black, the Race Moto America and club level as well. So we're going to get it sorted for her. Already went through suspension a little bit, dropped the oil, swapped some gearing around. He was 120 pounds, had to equate for that. That R3 right there. So we was building that for her because when she had first took the race school, she decided that she wanted to race the Grom Cup. Joe Fisher, which I like to call him
Yep.
Grandpa, he
I
he
like it.
had talked us into getting a Grom for her. Well, I've always been very I like to read rule books and I like to know what's class legal, what we can do, and pretty much we picked the Grom up and within a week we had everything but full suspension up and under it. And then I ended up Joe had told us to put the stiffer fork oil and it would kind of skate us by until we could get something rocking there. So yeah, got her rocking on that. That thing's pretty proper now. It's pretty dialed. So I think the R3, man, had a lot of like I've heard a lot of mixed things about the bike, and I mean it seems like a solid bike. I don't know. I think that bike's pretty much ready. It just needs track fairings mounted. I think probably just end up flipping that bike, getting rid of it, and then so this one. Traded my RSV4. Actually ended up picking up a sponsorship out of doing some horse trading on that bike. So I saw it listed in Melbourne, Florida. And then that's when I got in contact with Sharky with GP bikes down there. And so it's Corey West's Vezra bike from the 2012 through 14 season. And so it's factory MSO bike. And he had it listed. Well, I had mentioned it. Honestly, it was probably about 2 to 3 rounds into the season. I realized that super bikes require a lot of maintenance cost and a lot to just run through the weekends properly. So with this bike being a 750, it wasn't very beneficial, especially in my practices, because it would be 750s and up. So it wasn't very beneficial running a 1000 and a 750 at the time, because I kind of had an idea of where I wanted to take this, but I didn't have a grasp of the concept, I guess. So, or I guess the reality of it. So I ended up trading around for that bike, and then the very first race, which was the last time where it was at Tally back in April, I was in practice and had some weird issues that was going on with the bike, which it had been sitting for 8 years. Went through the bike completely and had a weird issue. I don't know if you ever rode out there, but when you're coming into turn two, it's like a cambered off bowl. Well, it's a bowl curve, bowl left-hander, and then it kind of like cambers off. So it was very weird when I was getting like to my brake markers. The forks almost felt like there was like cavitating, or maybe there was like too much fork oil in there. So uh, took a piece of humble pie, probably like 6 laps later. And it's funny, even in Mark school and even my mentors in dirt stress the fact that if there's an issue with the bike, don't ride around it. Let's bring it in. Let's address it. So I ended up messing with some clickers and got it to where it was pretty dialed, I thought, and then ended up on the opposite end of the track in Farmhouse. It was weird when the wreck had happened. It shot me down like a low side, but the bike had kicked sideways. My rear end went out, but it was strange because I wasn't even on the brakes. It was just a really really weird wreck. Ended up wadding that thing and kind of let it be the 750. Actually, that's the bike that started this whole madness and this idea of wanting to take it to asphalt. So probably about 2 years ago, which I knew a lot of Moto America racers, and I befriended them, and just working in and out of the racing industry. When I got done with dirt bikes, kind of got into pre-runners and truck racing for a little bit, and then that's a whole different wallet ball game.
I bet.
Yeah, so I got out of that, and then just kind of bounced around. Worked with a race team here or there, and then ended up working with a off-road race team with side-by-sides, and that kind of reignited a spark. So I kind of like was looking around, and at the time I was going to convert this bike because I'd already had the track fairings, and I'd already built that bike more than it's worth. So I started looking at it, converting into it, and then I saw Teague had listed a waffle. So I called my fiance and I was like, "Hey, I've never did one, and I've seen a lot of my friends have them, and then a couple buddies in Chicago that's their that's how they make their money is off these bike raffles on Facebook. So it was $110 a spot. So I called her up. Well, first off, I did a random number generator on Google, and it was number 20 and number 82, and I was like, something ain't right there. So I called her up, and she says number 47, and I was like, what? Where did that come from? She just immediately said it, and she was like, well, you give me the guidelines, so I picked it. So I was like, okay. So I put my name down, and then it filled up probably like 2 or 3 days, and then sure enough, I ended up winning it. And that's when I had officially like met Teague, went down, and he showed me the bike and just kind of talked me through everything, and then it sat in the garage for probably like 3 or 4 months, and then that's when I just kind of like started. I don't know. It's gonna sound bad when I say this, but with Supercross, motocross, arena cross, they're at a high of highs. Like it's hard to just bounce in and make a name for yourself right now. But with the resurgence that I saw in asphalt that was starting to come through, I was like, man, I feel like this is kind of like my calling, or like one of those trains that you just got to hop on and try to ride. And yeah, that that's when I looked into what it took to actually race. And then I saw that you had to have a race school to get your race license in, which I actually really respected, because I got thinking about it, and I was like, when we was racing dirt bikes as kids, I mean, just any Joe Schmo with a helmet, boots, and gloves could get out there. And it just, I mean, like, yeah, we had tech requirements, but it was just very loosely interpreted, it seemed, especially at the like lower series levels. So I don't know. I kind of saw maybe potential, and I'm not even gonna lie. When I first had got the bike and was looking into it, this probably 2 years ago, I was wanting to go the super sport route through Moto America. Now that's a tall ask, a super tall ask. There's a lot of very, very great riders that are within that class. Then honestly, it's that's still the goal. I definitely want to make Moto America, but I realize without proper backing, it can be challenging. Doesn't mean it can't be done. Just got to be strategic with it. That's when I started looking into, actually the past couple of weeks was looking into manufacturer contingencies that I would qualify for, and it kind of don't make sense because I've got 5 to 6 GSXRs that could be readily built up and that are running, but I mean, it doesn't make sense to have all my eggs in that basket if I can't make it worthwhile while I'm trying to build up the club points. So that's that bike. I got this Ovale.
How you like the Ovale?
Dude, I actually love it.
I know you're
Absolutely
trying to
love it.
sell it, ain't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I sold another 110 that I had, and then well, I had a 190 in it for a while. But yeah, that's a 190. Absolutely love it, but it's honestly it's challenging making time for big bikes, and then making time for mini bikes, and then making it, honestly, just keep it simple stupid is kind of what I'm thinking here. I would love to keep the thing, and if you asked me for the longest time, like, you could ask my best friends from 6 7 years ago, that was, I had literally we when I was working at a plant in South Carolina, we had some crypto at the time that had really taken off, and I told him, I said, dude, I'm pulling it right now. I'm ordering 3 of them. We're going. And they was like, no, 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 don't do all that. Um, so I listened to him, but I told him, I was like, dude, I'm gonna end up getting some. And then after the pop with Moto America and Mini Cup, and it seemed everybody was kind of getting out of the minis, that's when, well, I wouldn't say getting out, but it just kind of like plateaued for a little bit. That's when I had found some people that was moving up off the minis, or was using the minis to train. So and yeah, that one actually, I don't know if you know Trevor and Dean Standish. Trevor raced Twins Cup, and which actually I think he raced Junior Cup as well. But yeah, he's a very good racer out of Roswell.
New Mexico. Yeah. No,
Not Georgia.
okay. No, I haven't had the honor to meet them, but I will, Jacob.
Yep.
Absolutely, I will. Um, Bobby says, I'll let you know on the retired racer mindset. So Bobby was a fast guy back in the day too. So I'll see him this weekend at VR. I'm gonna get all the insight.
I see that profile picture. Look like he's still
Right,
ripping.
right, right. No, always listen. Once you're a racer, you're always a racer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So it's yeah, Bobby's super cool. So yeah, man. Well, listen, dude, this has been a lot of fun, man. You've had uh, a fairly kind of late start into road racing, but you're making big waves and you're super fast. And you, my friend, are going to go far in this sport, 100%. And you got a good head on your shoulders, Jacob. Like the way you approach things, the way you think things through, like what you was talking about. What makes the best sense for me, racing wise, is it the Gixxer? Do I want to go Twins Cup? Do I want to super hooligan? Right?
Yeah, because that's my thing. I don't want dump all my eggs in a basket and then
Yeah.
not have longevity in the sport. You know, I want to build a name and continue with that name. So yeah, I mean, just being smart with it. It's probably the best outcome right now.
I love it, man. I love it. And you listen, I'm gonna tell you, like I tell all my other friends, whatever visions and goals you have in your mind, man, I hope you reach them 10 times over, my friend. And I'll be a fan the whole way. Go, let's go, baby, let's go. You can do it, right? Yeah, you will. No doubt you will, my friend. No doubt. So in the next year or two, maybe Moto America, Super Hooligans.
So that actually it's funny you mentioned that. That's the goal, or it's kind of a hopeful dream at that point, is what I chalked it up to, because right now I am 28. So it's funny you say that you had a late start into road racing. Yeah, I had a tremendously late start. Um, it is what it is. Got to make the best out of that. Got to bounce back from that and just progress forward. I had set a goal, and my fiance has been very patient with me, in which we're actually getting married this year. But I had told her
Congratulations.
if she would be patient until I turn 30. If I can make this make sense and make money, I was like, would you allow it? And she gracefully said she would allow it, and she's staying true to that. So yeah, that's it's definitely going to happen.
I love it, man. You're right. You said it. It's definitely going to happen. I love it. You're right. 110%.
Yeah, I just got to put in the work.
Just got to put in the work, baby. That's it. What you're doing now, right? And it's funny because it don't seem like work, right? It's all fun. Not all of it, but most of it. So yeah, you laugh because you're like, yeah, I really don't want
Yes.
to go out here and do this stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning, but I got to get it done and blah 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 blah. I'm only gonna get 4 hours of sleep. You can sleep when you're dead. Let's go, right? That's what I always tell my friends. Man, you can sleep when you're dead, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, wake up. We got parts money, not labor
Bro, we
money.
got
Let's go.
right. We got partial money, not labor money, baby. What are you talking about? We hit the lotto. Let's get to it. Yeah, I love it, man. Oh my God, I love it. Well, listen, Jacob, man, I want to transition to the next part of the podcast where we get to know Jacob away from road racing and put the helmet up and all that good stuff, right? But you guys stay tuned because Jacob is definitely coming on here many, many more times. We're going to follow his journey into Super Hooligans and that championship. 100%. You guys heard it here first, as always, right? So let me start off by asking you this, man. Tell us something we don't know about you at all, my friend.
Something you don't know about me. Um, Man, I'm drawing a blank there. I was going to say I have probably one of the greatest support groups out there, but I mean, if you've seen my paddock, you kind of know that.
I do.
Very supportive. One thing, man, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to skip that one. I don't know. I'm not very. I don't know. It's kind of weird that I say that because I'm a very homebody. Unless we're at the racetrack or I'm working on bikes. Yeah, I'm a homebody. So I do kind of keep to myself.
It's all right. That's something we didn't know about you right there. You're a homebody. You like to keep to yourself. It's good.
Yeah, true.
We got Stick Boy. What is up, Derek, bro? Evening, boys. You, my friend. You are my friend. Is what's up, dude. Dude,
Yep.
have you met Derek?
How about Met, Derek? That's my number one
I
tire
know,
guy.
dude.
Let me tell you, dude. He is his whole crew, Lori, like they're just phenomenal people. The amount of knowledge and yeah, it's crazy. And
He's the
especially when
man.
you go out there on the weekends, they're super friendly. I mean, just they get your tires done before you even know it, which is what cracks me up. I'll take a couple sets to them, and the first set's already popped. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll grab those.
I'll be back for my second one. By the time I come back, they're all done. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another one. If you ever run into him or any of his crew, man, just be a sponge. Absolutely be a sponge. And
He's
that
cool.
and especially when I was asking him tire questions and just learning different wear patterns. I mean, we've all seen the post of how's my tire wear, but until you actually like talk to your tire guy and kind of understand what's going on, like, dude, that's what's contacting the ground. Like your tire guy's there to save you.
That's the
So
most important thing on a bike is those two black round things we call tires, right?
yeah, I can't say enough nice things about Stick Boy. Definitely
I
stand.
can. No, I'm just joking, Derek. Derek's absolutely amazing. He's yeah, every time I see him at the track, it's nothing but hugs and smiles and I'm like, dude, I gotta leave. I got something to do. And then 30 minutes later, we're still doing this, right? So
And he put me on
dude,
to
bro,
the coconut water.
look, dude, coconut water is my jam, bro. A matter of
Mm-hmm.
fact, that same brand had a chocolate coconut water. That was
Ooh,
really good. Yes, man. I'd
oh,
buy
that's
that
a
by the
fun fact you
cases.
don't know about me. I do not like chocolate.
Okay. That's all
Yep.
right. All
Now that I
right,
think
bro.
about it, I was like, yeah, I can't. As soon as you said chocolate, you lost me.
It's okay. Look, Derek says, I'm okay, I guess. Okay, Derek. You're a legend, my friend. And what you do for the community and help everybody out, bro,
Yeah.
legend status 100%. It's not only that, it's his character, it's his energy, it's his smile, it's he's the complete package. You know, that's somebody you want to go out and seek information and spend money and get your tires mounted because you know it's going to be 100% legit and yeah, he's going to take care of you. So if you're
Yeah, I
there
mean,
at the track, stop by, see Stick Boy. He'll take care of you.
yeah, Stick Boy, all the vendors. I mean, if it wasn't,
Zeb too, right? Zeb's another good one. He's a
yeah,
Pirelli guy, but
it's the backbones to us.
it
I
is
mean, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be out here burning rubber.
facts. We'd be listening to some other knucklehead change our tires, right? Like telling us lies, like my
Yeah,
wife does.
like I want to hear his lies.
Yeah, I want to hear his lie. Oh my God, Paul McKee, bro, what is up, my friend? He said, "Stick is a legend." I told you, Derek, you're a
Oh
fucking
yeah.
legend,
Speaking of legends, Paul's a legend as
dude.
well. He
Paul's
is,
my dude, man.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love Paul to death,
He's a
man.
very good guy.
He is absolutely
Very great
amazing.
racer too.
Oh, he's super fast. Dude, he's another legend. You know, I had one guy comment on one of my posts. He's like, dude, you use that word legend loosely. I'm like, to who? Right? Like they're all
Yeah, I was about
legends
to
to
say
me.
like
Like
to
to who? Right? Like maybe to you, but to me, they're all freaking legends, man. It's dude. You know, people that don't play the game don't realize everything and all the efforts you put into it, right? Or Paul puts into it. It's your whole life. It's all you think about. It's what drives you, right? It's what wakes you up in the morning and puts you to bed at night or keeps you up thinking about it, right? So yeah, it's you know, people that really don't understand the game,
yeah, there's a certain level of respect that we have for each other.
100%.
Because I mean, when we put on the helmet, we have the same risks out there. But I mean, yeah, it's just it's it's a very tight brotherhood and sisterhood. Like I don't know, man. It's a very good community.
It's a beautiful circus, as I always call it, right? Wait,
Yep.
and it's the only circus in town where the clown's got to pay to play, which is me, right? So, for sure on that. Derek says coconut water is the business. I buy that stuff by the case. Me too, Derek. It's
Oh
so
yeah.
good. Mark says now we're all drinking coconut water. Man, it's good. It's refreshing, and it actually quenches your thirst. And yeah, man, I like the. I forget the brand. I'm gonna go to the store after the podcast, and I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna send you a picture of. It's a pure Mexican coconut water, but it's got real coconut
Oh yes.
chunks in it, bro.
Have you ever tried their aloe drink?
Bangs,
Yes. Yeah.
bangs. At first, I did.
I was about
I'm
to
a
say you're either with the little jellies or you're
You're
not.
not. I thought it would be like a texture thing for me because I'm not a cornbread person. People are like, you don't like cornbread? No, man, it's like eating sand. I don't care how good it is. It's crunch, crunch. It's not for me, right? And I thought that would be kind of the same way. I took one sip. I was like, oh my God, it's so good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's very refreshing too. It's like I don't know. It's weird when you drink it. It's like man, it's light, but it's refreshing.
it is. It really is. Are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker?
Man, so actually I was not a coffee drinker, but the boys at work put me on. I drink
Until I
like
started racing motorcycles. Now I drink coffee all the time.
yeah, honestly, 2 to 3 cups a day is yeah.
Yeah, it's I drink coffee too. It's only in the morning. My wife though, it'd be 9:30 at night. We'll go to bed at 10. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna make me a cup of coffee. I'm like, wait, what? Like that'd keep me up for another 3 hours. I can't do that, but she can, but not me.
See, it don't keep me up like that. I think a lot of it's just the hot maybe that wakes me
Yeah,
up
could
because
be.
I can't do. Are you a coffee or a creamer or a sugar person or no?
So, you know, man, I used to love sugar, man, but I was, dude, 270 pounds and a 40-inch waist. I'm 34-inch waist now, weigh about 212 the last time I stepped on the scale about a month ago. All that's
Congrats, man.
from appreciate it, man. All that's from changing my diet and staying away from as much fucking processed sugar as I can, right? Yes, is it
Yeah.
good? Do I still eat a Twix every once in a while? I do, but it's very far and few between than I do. Saying that, most of the coffee, that's how you really know what coffee really tastes like. You ruin it when you put a bunch of creamer and sugar in it, right? Like you enjoy it for what it is. You know, some coffee's better than others, but I prefer
Yeah.
mine 99.9% black, straight up out the pot, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. That's and
Yeah.
which it wasn't like that at first. I was like, maybe a little creamer, but yeah, I don't know. It's definitely black or almost near it.
Yeah, dude, I'm with that. Bobby says, actually, Stick Boy, real quick, says, those Mexican fruit drinks make a good mixer. Bro, been there and done that with
Ooh.
some Tito's vodka all day long, baby. Let's go. Um, Bobby says, glad to see our crazy sport continues. Hardly anyone knows what we put into this. It don't. They really don't. You know,
Yeah.
you got,
We put it in our heart and soul.
you know, one thing I hear too all the time, especially when I bring my friends to the track and I introduce them to, you know, people that they'd never met because they don't know shit about the sport hardly. How much money do they make? I'm like, you mean how much money is their parents spending for them to be here? A lot, buddy. Let me tell you, it's a shit ton. It's not that
Yeah.
easy.
That weird turn we had where we went from offered rides to how much are you wanting to pay us to ride?
How much you want to pay? But that's a whole nother topic and a whole nother story on that, man.
Yeah,
For
that's a
sure.
long story.
Yeah, we'll save that for our part 2 of the podcast. Michelle, what is up, Michelle? I'm not a chocolate fan either, so that sounds gross. Boo, but it's
I can
okay.
get with that.
Yeah. Paul says Jacob saved a race and possibly a championship for me. He will always be a legend in my book.
What do you mean, man? He's the one that made it happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a little zip tie made it happen.
That's it. I love it, man. You know, and everybody, and that's one thing too I love about our beautiful circuits is, you know, I'd rather you be out there on the track with me so I could beat you straight up than you have a mechanical and you sitting out. At least I would want to jump in and help you get your bike sorted so me you can go out there and battle it out, have fun, and then at the end of the day, throw some burgers on the grill, crack open a cold beer, and have some laughs. Right? That's what it's
Yeah,
about.
and it's kind of funny. I know we had touched base on it earlier, but like when you have those bad weekends, like especially when you're out there racing, I hate to see like when you're having these races or like some of your competitors, if they have a bad weekend, like, man, it was about to be a good race. Like, I don't know, dude. Just get back out there. Like, I'd rather beat you straight up than a
Straight up.
mechanical or, let's just put it all out there on the line.
Let's do it. I love it, man. I love it. Are you a dog or a cat person?
Dog, huge dog. But it's funny. I have well, if anybody asks, she's a husky, but she's actually a 13-year-old Klekai. So she's an Alaskan Klekai, but she was actually imported from Japan. But she looks identical to a husky, probably about 1 to 2 inches shorter, about 10 to 15 pounds lighter. And but when I first had got her, she acted like a cat. Like she would crawl up on the back of a couch and like curl up in a ball and sleep. Yeah, it's just most cat-like dog. It kind of like a fox, I guess.
I love
Kind
it.
of like burrow and stuff.
Yeah, that's so. I got a puppy. She'll be a year old in September. Her name's Princess Fiona. I
Oh,
come home
nice.
today. As soon as I walk in the door, Ross says, "You're not gonna believe it. You're gonna be so pissed off at Fiona, dude. She done ate a hole in my couch in my TV room. Right? I got this big down to the wood. So she's a chew. Like, well, dude, when we first got her, I had like 6 pairs of Hey Dude. She ate every single pair. Like chewed them up till I couldn't even wear them.
Oof.
So, yes, you gotta watch her.
Not the dudes.
Dude, the dudes, all the dudes didn't
I
even
got
leave
my
me one
dudes on
pair.
right now.
No, I don't. I got look.
You show the chewed dude.
No, dude, look at this. This is
Oh,
my
dang.
slides, and these are only probably about 2 months old. And she got a hold of them, and that's one of them. And then my wife's like, "I can't believe you wear those out." I'm like, "Well, they're comfortable. I don't give a shit what people think about me, right?" So
That's them good home shoes right there.
that's that good home shoe right there. As soon as I come home, all that stuff off, and boom, let's go. Let's get it in. Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
freaking.
how the shoes work down. Like public shoes, work shoes, home shoes. Like, all right, yeah, that thing's whooped.
Yeah, dude. So I got a whole rack of shoes over here that I picked up off the floor. So when she comes in here, she's actually laying right here beside me. I got to keep an eye on her. That's why sometimes when she's in the room, I move my camera down. Like, what is she doing while I'm doing this?
What's she tearing up?
What is she eating now? Yeah, she's tore up a bunch of stuff. But You know, I love her. She's absolutely amazing. I feel like a lot of times, and I know I say this all the time, like us humans don't deserve dogs.
No.
You know, they're just yeah, they make me smile every day, and
And like
yeah,
no matter the situation or circumstance, just unconditional love. It's just
unconditional,
yeah.
bro. You can tell them your deepest, darkest secrets, and they'll just love all over you like it ain't nothing. You know, they don't care.
Dude,
There's no judgment.
and it's funny you mentioned that. Like when I ended up going through like some of the darkest times of my life, and dude, she was there.
That's dude. I confide in my dogs all the time. I'll be upset with
Yeah.
something, and I'll be like, my wife be like, "Oh, you big wussy, you grown ass man." Blah blah blah. Shake it off, right? And I'm like, yeah, come on, girl, let's have a conversation. Me and my
Yeah,
dog.
let's talk.
Dude, just talking away like she's a human. Like, who you talk to? Fiona. Like, well, what do you? Yeah,
I think it's they don't pass judgment. You know, they
no,
just want that next pet. They'll hear that story, but yeah, you definitely get some cuddling out of that.
110%, 110%. Everybody knows I listen to a lot of audiobooks or read. I don't so much read shop manuals for my bike. I read, right? I'd rather
Yeah.
listen to audiobook, but is that something you do too as well? Do you read or listen to any audiobooks?
No. So I'm actually. Oh, fun fact. Besides magazines and service manuals, I've never read a whole chapter book in my life. Reading is not for me. Unfortunately, like growing up, going through school, I was the kid that always looked up I can't even remember what it was that I had used. There was some website that I used that would write like book reports for me and stuff like that. No, I was the kid that like the porch light was coming on. You had to drag me inside to eat dinner, or I was missing bed. I just never was big on reading or inside activities for that matter. I had some siblings that had played video games, but that just didn't really interest me.
Yeah, I was always an outside kid. Like, I do enjoy playing my video games, but man, I ain't touched my PlayStation in like 4 or 5 months, just sitting in there.
Yeah,
I just don't have the time. It's not
and
that I don't want to do it. I just ain't got the time to do it.
and I got an Xbox now, and it actually works out pretty good because my one of my brothers that lives back in South Carolina, that's a way that I mean, growing up you'd like call back and forth, but it's just another good way. Like, hey man, you want to hop on, play ride real quick, and
You know,
just ask him how his day's going and stuff.
you know, chop it up, make fun of each other, talk shit, and get off. Yeah, that's what
Wad it
it's
in a
about.
couple corners and call it a day.
Say, thank God that crash ain't coming out my wallet. I feel you on that.
No
Oh
other
man.
option than to lay her down.
Oh man, audiobook, man. I'm gonna recommend one for you too.
Yeah.
You need to listen to is I listen to a lot, but John Hopkins Leathered. Everybody hears me talk about
John
it
Hopkins.
Leathered. You can get it on Apple Book or wherever Google Play, whatever phone you got. It's
Actually, dude, I could pop that in at work. That'd be awesome.
dude, it's dude. You'll be glued. You'll be like, okay, I just want to listen to one more chapter. Okay, one more chapter. Next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, oh shit, I got to get up in 2 hours. It's that type of book. So
So my fiance is a bookworm, and actually over the past like couple years, yeah, she's worked on a big library, and she has the Kindles and does like the audiobooks and stuff. So yeah, I'll have to mention it to her too.
yeah, man, absolutely. Eric Watts, what is up, my friend, dude? He says, hey Jacob, great to see you on here. Go fast. That's right.
It's
Go fast.
another good people right there.
Oh yeah, Eric's
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Eric's a very stand-up guy.
Yes, he is. I'm waiting for him to come on my podcast, Eric.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
when we're gonna
Silent
make this
mode.
happen?
I don't know, Eric. When we gonna make this happen? You tell me. Let's go. Uh
Yeah,
yeah, but
I would definitely like to hear some of his stories.
yeah, well, stay tuned because we're gonna get Eric on the podcast. He ain't even agreed to it yet, but he's coming on anyway. Um, podcast, man. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't listen to a whole lot of motorcycle podcasts. I do listen to some. I've been listening to a lot of Danny Jones, of course, Theo Vaughn, and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Is that something you do too as well? Listen to podcasts?
Um, yeah, actually, I listen to podcasts. I frequent yours and Corey West and James Rispoli's.
Yep. Pipe
Um,
dreams.
yeah, yeah, and it's funny when I listen to podcasts. So usually when we're going to race weekends, I'll just pop a podcast on. Um, I don't know. I listen to every different genre of music, so it gets to the point where it's like, man, I've heard this, I've heard this. What do I want to listen to now? So yeah, it's just so much easier. It makes the drive better, and also it's another resource for learning. And I can see as I grow older. Well, I take that back. I read Ed Bargie's book, and then I've read a bunch of track books. So I can see where reading is another avenue that I can educate myself that I was kind of lacking in. So I guess more or less I've read stuff that's important to me.
That makes sense. It's
Yeah.
easier when you're into something to pick up a book or listen to it on audio form or podcast or whatever, versus something you not know about or a whole lot into or something you're not interested to. But I'll go through podcasts. I'll be like, oh, this kind of looks interesting. Let me check it out. And I'll fall in love with it. I'll be like, no, garbage. Let me go on to the next one. Right. It's all about life and learning too. So I do enjoy podcasts. I listen to them quite frequently. That's probably more than music, to be honest with you, especially
Yeah.
when I'm at work. Throwing an earbud in, put on a podcast, and whether I listen to the whole thing or not, I don't know.
Yeah, it ends up being a good space filler.
It does. Mark says, let's get Eric on, dude. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Eric got a laughing emoji or a tongue out emoji. Eric, we're gonna make this happen, buddy. 100%.
Let's make him talk.
Let's make him talk. Are you a spicy food guy? I love spicy food.
No, so actually, man, I can like think about a Slim Jim and get heartburn. I have really bad acid reflux. And we was actually talking about it when we was walking the dogs the other night. When I first met my fiance, probably like 5 years ago, dude, I was going through Tums like by the bottle. I don't know what the deal was there, but yeah, no, I can't do spicy food. Like if we go to a Mexican restaurant, order cheese dip, it's got to be jalapenos on the side. She eats the jalapenos, I cheese dip it up. Unfortunately, like I love spicy food and I love the taste that what you can taste. I don't understand when people start going up in what is it like the Scoville level? I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, are you a spicy guy?
man, dude, the hottest thing I ever had is it was called my buddy bought them for me. All my friends try to burn me up, right? And sometimes they achieve
Was
it.
it them chips? I got burnt with them.
Dude, the Pocky chips, no, they're hot, but they ain't. I can do those all day.
Yeah.
They bought me the Death Nut Challenge. There were 13 million Scoville, and there were 6 peanuts. You had to eat them all 6 and not drink nothing for 5 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, who made you do this? Why?
One of my buddies, he's like, "Hey, I got you something that's going to burn
Oh,
you
like
up."
the challenge.
They challenged me, right? I'm like, "Dude, I got
okay.
this, no problem. Bring them." And I'm reading it. And I'm like, 13 million Scovilles. God damn, like
Like,
that's
ain't nobody making me do that.
yeah, that's a hot, dude. So I love spice. Every time I go to a restaurant or you see my cabinets full of all kinds of hot sauce. I love it, man. It's good. Thai food. Thai hot is the best, Mark. Yes, Thai food is hot.
Oh yeah.
Indian food's really spicy too. I tell the story real quick. There's an Indian restaurant down here called Nawab's, downtown Roanoke, and they know me, so I go in there and I'm like, dude, I want the hottest stuff you got. And the dude's like, well, I want the hot sauce you make in the back, not the people, not the stuff you
Like
bring
for
out
your
for everybody,
boys.
for your boys. That's what I want. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. So they bring it out. They're standing over there to my left. I see them, the waitresses and the waiter and the guy, my server, right? And I get about 6 bites into it, and I'm like, something's seriously wrong. Like it was the hottest shit I ever had at a restaurant. I'm sweating. Dude, I'm almost at the point where I'm crying. My mouth hurts so bad. I don't even want to take another bite, but I forced myself to eat the whole plate just to prove that, just to show him like I can do it, right? And
Yeah.
so every time I go in there, he's like, you want the extra hot? And I'm like, oh, let's go 4 out of 5 hot this time. And they just laugh and chuckle, right? They're like, we're impressed. We never seen a white guy come in here and eat that level of hot. I'm like, let's go, So yeah, I love hot stuff. Like the show, The Hot Ones, the interview with the guy. Dude, I got the last dab. I got 4 of them in my refrigerator. But I got to be in the mood to want to burn myself. This is the deal. People are like, how do you eat such hot stuff? It's a buzz. Like it's crazy to say it. Like those 13 million Scoville, dude, it was the worst.
You get like a sensation off of it,
bro. It's like the best high you ever had in your life. Euphoria. You're like, dude, this is absolute. You go numb. It's amazing. You feel good. Your endorphins are fully kicked in. Yeah, it's a good feeling. The aftermath.
I like that feeling of like the way your nose like opens up. That's I like that sensation,
dude. Okay, if you like the nose opening up, forget the hot sauce. Get you a big old
salts.
Nope. Get you a big old, well, that too, but get you a big old spoonful of wasabi,
Oh yeah.
bro. So me and my buddy did that one day. He's like, let's see if we eat the biggest spoonful of wasabi, right? So I get this big old thing, dude. That honestly, I say the 13 million Scoville, man, I don't know. That wasabi spoonful is intense, dude, because it's like bam, all at one time, and your nasal's completely wide open, and it's just like it hurts.
Yeah,
Severely hurt.
especially if it's like good wasabi. If you get like
No,
powdered or
no,
stuff you
it's
get like at
straight
the
up the
restaurant,
legit. And
yeah,
yeah, in the
yeah.
restaurant. And I'm like, yeah, it was because we was eating sushi, right? So I always get a big old thing of. I'm like, I want a big old cup of
Pistachio ice
wasabi.
cream.
Pistachio ice cream is good, right? But yeah, it's good stuff, man. What advice would you give your younger self?
My younger self.
Yep.
Man, I don't know. I feel like it's a double-edged sword. I tell myself not to be so hard on myself, but also in that same sense, I feel like it kind of puts me to where I am and kind of helps my mindset. So probably not. Um, Man, what would I tell myself? I know what I'd tell myself. Invest early. Look out for my finances from an early standpoint. It took many years to kind of get a grasp on that, and still working on it, you know.
We all
But
are.
yeah,
We all are,
yeah,
right?
I think I would definitely lay into myself on that aspect.
Yeah, I wish I'd have paid a little bit better attention in school, and I thought I knew it all, just like my son, right? He's a spitting image of me. I know it all. I can do this. Blah blah blah. Blah. And yeah, it's be
Yeah,
better prepared for the future. One hundred
yeah,
percent.
exactly. And I know it got drilled to us, and we was like, yeah, whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Well, we're at
Facts.
that bridge. We should have prepared better.
I'm 3/4 through the bridge, and I still ain't learned. Right? Like, let's go. Um,
Yeah,
and I don't say getting older. I always say getting younger, right? Because I feel like when you're born, you're in a diaper, you got no teeth, you eat soft food, right? When you get old, you're back in a diaper, you ain't got no teeth, and you're eating soft food again. So
ah, yeah,
yeah.
that's a great way to look at it.
Mark says Indian Vindaloo will light you up. Well, bring it to VR, Mark, and I'll take a big old spoonful of it and give it a try. 100%.
Let me know what bathhouse y'all are near so I can avoid that one.
It might be next to a tree. Forget the bathhouse, right? Roll of toilet paper and the tree works. That's
Uh,
hilarious.
yeah, I'm glad my toy hauler does not have a bathroom. I'm good.
Love it. Oh my god. Um, if you had one superpower, what's the one superpower you wish you had?
Superpower?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. I don't want to be cliche and say fly. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'd probably say like run really fast. I think Flash is pretty cool.
I'd like to do
Do some fast stuff.
teleportation. Yeah, Flash would be cool because you
Oh
could.
yeah,
I
that way
mean,
when I'm out there on the bike, something's about to happen. I could just freeze frame it, like, oh, rewind.
right? Teleportation, like I could be like, hey, I'm just going to come over and we'll do the podcast live. You're like, dude, you're like 4 states away. Bam, there I am. I'm in your
Bam.
driveway. Let's go, right? And then I can just go right back home or go to whatever
Yeah,
attraction. I
actually,
never
that's a
have to
pretty
buy a
solid
plane
choice.
ticket. All right, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to BSB this weekend. Boom, I'm in the UK. Hey, I want to go to Thailand. Boom, there I am. Right?
Yeah, yeah, that's a well thought out. You've asked that question a bunch, I'd say,
I have.
because
Yeah,
that one's pretty well thought out.
it is. I changed my mind a couple times. I'm like, yeah, I think teleportation would be the best of everything. That's just me. So, with saying that, what's your worst habit, bro?
Worst habit. Um, Saying no. I have a bad time with saying no. Like if somebody asks something or wants something done, or especially like I don't know. I guess like the like if time constraints get thrown into it or something. Like I don't know. I kind of like that challenge. So it's kind of like to think of it like, well, I can do it for you and do it for me. So I just constantly try to take on stuff that I wouldn't say would be out of my scope, but it was definitely hard to manage time for sometimes. But I've gotten a lot better about it.
Yeah, it's being overwhelmed, right?
Yeah, and just I don't know. It's like a fine line between like saying no and like not trying to like people please. Like I don't know. It's like a fine line you walk.
110%, my friend. 110%. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, Purple Rain, Prince.
Love it, dude. Mine's Sublime. Anything Sublime, I get up there and just be jamming out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I could get with that. Definitely.
yeah.
I like Sublime.
Me too, man. It's
I was gonna
freaking
say tequila, but I was like, nah, that's too basic for an answer. 2 words. Come on.
man, tequila, right? It don't do me no good to be on any tequila at all. I love tequila too, but man, it changes me into a freaking
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I cannot drink tequila. No,
bro.
I was talking about the song.
Yeah, no, dude, I'll
Yeah,
be Frank the Tank. What was that movie? Frank the
I'll
Tank
really
was
be teleporting. You get some of that in me.
right. I'll be streaking straight up. Let's
Yeah,
go. Yeah,
yeah. Let's not do it.
no, let's not. Y'all don't want. Don't give me no tequila. Keep that far away from me. Um, that's awesome. Um, how has your perspective of our sports changed over the years?
Honestly, which I already had a tremendous amount of respect for the people that even continued to be in this sport and continue to do it, but it just it helped a lot with appreciation and respect for what they're actually doing, especially when you throw yourself in the mix. You really start understanding how crucial your racecraft is, how crucial it is time scheduling, how on point you got to be with calls. You know, they're not going to stop a race just because your tire warmer's wetting off. This, that, and that. Like, there's just a lot of things that I really appreciate better um, after, especially just watching and when I was racing dirt and just I was always in awe of these super bikes, especially like when before AMA had kind of fell off with what they was doing, like with AMA super bikes. And I was watching the Gerloffs, I was watching the West. I mean, I was watching them out there running, and I was just in awe of them. So it just kind of gave me a greater sense of appreciation for them.
100%, man. What's one thing you can't live without?
Well, I'd say the no-brainer, say motorcycles. But oxygen is a good one. Can't live without that.
Well, I'm saying something like you
No,
got
no,
to
I'm
take
just
with you
messing with
everywhere
you.
you go. He's like, dude, I gotta, yeah. He's like,
No,
oxygen, they need that.
it's honestly my fiance Angela. She puts up with a lot and helps me through a lot. So
I love
that
it,
would be
man.
one thing I couldn't live without.
I love it. Bobby says tequila makes your clothes fall off. LOL. Yeah, man, tequila.
Yep, there's some truth in that.
Ooh, buddy. We'll save those stories for another time. Ain't the time and place for this. Right, I tell you that.
It's that late night podcast.
It's
No,
a
I'm just kidding.
late night. Yeah, that's a late night podcast on that one. Oh my god, dude, that's awesome. All right, dude, we're about an hour and 30 into this, so I'm gonna ask you one more question. The rest of the questions I'm gonna save for our part two at the end.
All right.
For you, if money was no object and you had your own team in Moto America, let's say Twins Cup. Jacob McCall had his own Twins Cup team in Moto America. What's the manufacturer of bike you would run, and who are the two current riders on the grid you'd put on your bikes?
Hmm. So Twins Cup. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'd be on a Prius. Um, if money was no issue, yeah, I would have a 660 team rocking. Um, I love those bikes, but they are a little pricey and a little pricey to keep running and maintaining, but not as bad as it could be. Yeah, I'd have some 660s, and who would I field? Um,
Anybody in Moto America. They don't have to be in the Twins Cup. Anybody. Super Sport, Talent Cup, Super Hooligan, Super Bike.
Man, honestly, and it's funny you mentioned him earlier, but I met Ryder out at Roeblen at the beginning of the season. I believe I would definitely throw a ride out his way. I was
For
very
sure.
impressed by him, and yeah, he's a cool cat. Also, I'll tell you who was nasty on a Twins Cup bike, Teague. I'd probably toss a ride Teague's way.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of
So
Teague, man. Him and his brother are just absolutely amazing human beings.
yeah.
His brother is super cool, man. I never forget the first time I met his brother because I'm at Mid Ohio last year, and I'm looking, I'm like, man, that guy looks just like Teague. Like there's no
Pretty spitting
denying it,
image.
right? Dude, for real. And I was like, and he comes up to me, he's like, dude, I just gotta be honest, dude, I love your podcast. And my mind was blown. I was like, you listen to my podcast? He's like, yeah, dude, blah, blah, blah. He's like, that's my brother Teague. I was like, dude, you look just hard not to tell. I didn't know that, right? Like, yeah, ever since then, we've become pretty good friends. And every time I see Teague and his brother, it's like, hey man, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. It's yeah.
Yeah, and
Amazing
every
people.
time, even like mid-season, like if I ever have a question for him or want his insight or something, dude immediately drops the ball and
Yep.
messages me back. Like the amount of people, especially within the Moto America paddock and, these professional racers that are out there running with us, the amount of advice and critiques and just knowledge that they've provided with us, dude, it's awesome.
Proper mega. That's
Yeah,
exactly what it
definitely
is.
proper mega.
100%. Bobby says, copy that. Uh-oh. I think I'm in for a ride this weekend at VR. He said, copy that, buddy. Well, listen, Jacob, dude, it's been an absolute honor to sit down with you and have you on this podcast. I'm going to let you end it. But before I end it, man, I just got to give all my shout outs real quick. Listen, first thing and foremost, and I always say this because I absolutely mean it. Thank you so much for all the love and support from everyone. Man, if it wasn't for all my friends coming on here, I would not be in this position to do this. So I just want to thank every single one of you guys and girls out there. I know I say it all the time, and I'm gonna continue to say it all the time because I really mean it. It's an absolute honor. So thank you very much. And if you had not yet had the opportunity to hit the ding dings and the TikToks and the bells and all those whistles, please do. It helps me out a whole lot, and I greatly appreciate it. Big shout out to Next Level Financial, Chef Eats, TST Industries. Everybody's always asking me, Jacob, where I get my beanie hats and my soft shell jackets. Right here. You guys and girls can go to clothingkings.co.uk. At the top, it'll say partnership. Hit partnership, scroll down, pin the gas. There it is. You can get anything you want. They are in the UK. Their clothes are absolutely proper mega, right? Big shout out to SFL Mini GP. Everybody knows I love SFL Mini. That's where a lot of our future legends of the sport, is coming out of. So it's very important. I need all the dads and moms and the kids that listen to this. If you want to get into racing, go to miniusasbk.com, sign up and register. You don't need a bike, boots, leathers, gloves, nothing. You just register and show up, and everything else is provided for you. And you can even rent bikes in case you wanted to was interested in a TTR 125. You can rent it and take it out and try it out, and there you go, right? So big shout out to SFL Mini, Jersey and South Florida. Absolutely amazing. Big shout out to RD Racing and my buddy Jake Marsh out there in the UK. Vet2 Track. That is vet like your dog vet 2, the number 2 track.org. He's a good buddy of mine, Jim Whitman. So any of my vets out there, please go to his program, go to his website, sign up, show up. You'll have a proper mega time at the track. It's absolutely, you'll be around like-minded people. Whatever mental struggles you got right here when you show up on the track, all that's absolutely going to disappear. And it gives you something else to look forward to. It's something else to put in here instead of all that other stuff you struggle with. Trust me, listen, my mind goes 100 miles an hour every day. I got massive ADHD and I take no medicine. I'm 100% all natural. So I get to struggle, people. Trust me. You guys can probably see it on the podcast sometimes because I talk too fast and it's here, right? But when I sit down on this podcast, just like with motorcycles, I'm hyper focused. It's my medicine for real. But big shout out to Flying Eyes Optics for your sunglass needs. You guys can use the discount code Pin the Gas. I got 2 of my really good friends that make undersuits in this industry. Okay, and you're not going to go wrong by ordering from one or the other, right? They're both amazing products. First one is 64 Degree Racing. My man Tate sent me 2 custom undersuits. They are absolutely by far that I personally own my favorite undersuits, and I got a shit ton of undersuits. The next one is venomsport.com. My girl Aliki, Mama Aliki, has absolutely amazing products. She actually sent me a shirt that I'm going to be wearing at VIR. It's hands down my favorite shirt. So if anybody's interested in some undersuits being made or some shirts, look no further than 64 Degree Racing or venomsport.com. And on that note, all my friends out there in California, CRA, sign up for the Racer 411 program, Racers Helping Racers. It's an absolutely amazing program. And the website is Racer411 at race/CRA.com. So don't sit here, get on that website, sign up, go have some fun. Big shout out to Road Racing World. Listen, I need everybody to go to roadracingworld.com and donate to the air fences. It's imperative that we have those air fences, because if we don't, Jacob's not having fun and I'm not having fun because I can't show up to watch, right? So $5, $10, $100, whatever you can do, it all helps. And we appreciate you very much. And if you're lucky, because I know VIR this weekend, Chris Ulrich will have his 2-up Superbike ride. I think the minimum donation is $350. You get a 2-up ride with the legend Chris Ulrich. And if you think you're fast, get on the back of that bike. He'll show you how deep you can brake and how hard you can get on the gas, and you're on the back, right? So you'll learn a lot then too. I want to get on the back of that bike. I want a 2-up ride. And one day I'm going to make this happen, Chris. I know you hear me. Let's go, bro. Big shout out to BTR, Build Train Race. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of the program. Can't wait to go see all my girls this weekend and hang out with everybody. It's going to be a proper mega weekend. So yeah, you guys make sure, and girls, stop by the tent, say hi. I will be there. I'll be walking around the paddock too, but make sure you stop by and say hi. Big shout out to KYT Helmets, K-Tech Suspension, Ghetto Customs for all your body work. I got 3 friends that make custom graphics in this industry. Again, you're not going to go wrong by ordering from any of them. First one is Drippin' Wet. Second one is REB Graphics. And the third is GRG Designs, and that's by Gus Rodeo. Everybody knows the legend Gus Rodeo, right? He also does graphic designs and raps and all that good stuff too. So if anybody's in the market for any of that, there you go. There's your choice, 1, 2, or 3. Big shout out to Woodcraft, Mark 10 Motorsports, Stick Boy Racing, Pit Lane Moto, Adrenaline Engineering, Free Hugs Racing, Nicole Poliich Photography, CW Moto, and last but not least, man, if you or know any of your friends or you yourself's been unfortunate and been in an accident, maybe lost an arm or paralyzed from the waist down or whatever, listen, you can get back out there and get on that bike and ride at the track 110%. What I need you to do is go to tbexusaexperience.org, sign up, and go back out there and live again, right? Let's have fun. So it is possible for you guys and girls to get back out there. Again, that is tbexusaexperience.org. The last thing I'm going to say, besides I love every single one of you guys and girls, is listen, do me a favor. Don't buy from Amazon. Don't buy from Walmart. I don't care if they sell motorcycle parts on their websites, blah, 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 whatever. Listen, support your friends in the industry and the business.
Yep.
110%. Dude, if it's $200, pay the $200. Whatever it is, support your friends in the industry. That's also what helps keeps us going, right? If everybody bought stuff out everywhere else, be a lot of people in this industry out of business. So do me a favor, support all your friends in the industry. So yeah, on that note, Jacob, dude, listen, the microphone is all yours, my friend. Tell everybody where they can find you on social medias at the next track you're going to be at, so you can sign all those pictures and autographs and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, something like that. I mean, yeah, if you want a picture and autograph, I'll be at Tally this weekend. I got you. But yeah, you can just find me at Jacob McCall on Facebook, or Moto Racer 369, TikTok, Instagram, MX Racer 369. Working on a team page, but yeah, as of right now, I'm just kind of branching off the personal pages. But yeah,
I love it. I love it, man. I love it. And listen, I do have one more thing to add to that. Please do yourself a favor. Put the ego to the side, right? Sign up for Mark Morrow's school right here.
Oh yeah.
The phone number is 919-345-1778.
Yep, and we got some dates coming up this year, so go ahead, reach out, get a shout, and get signed up. Let's get some education going.
Go out there and have some, look, I don't even know how I made the balloons happen, but that's for every single one of you guys and girls. This thing does some crazy things sometimes. Just when I make gestures, I don't even know.
Celebrating the school.
Yeah, this is the only thing I know how to do is that right there, right? So yes, listen, Mark Morrow, listen, go look him up. Road Racing School. It's absolutely amazing human being, him and his wife. And yeah, they'll have some good sandwiches there. And then the legend Jacob's always usually with them, and you can get some proper riding coaching by him too as well. So yeah, on that note, this has been a lot of fun. It's been an absolute honor to sit down with the legend Jacob McCall. It's an honor to be your friend, Jacob. And yeah, this episode will be out everywhere tomorrow. If you missed it, you can immediately go back to my YouTube or my Facebook and rewatch it as soon as I end this. If not, just I guess you'll have to wait till tomorrow, right? I don't know what to tell you. So on that note, listen, You guys and girls be good. Have fun. It's been an absolute honor to sit here and talk to every single one of you guys and girls. There we go with something else going on the screen. And please make it out to VIR this weekend. You like that, right? Yeah. Make it out to VIR this weekend. Be sure to stop by and say hello. Rossi will be with me Friday and Saturday. He might skip out on Sunday. And nobody's met my wife yet in the beautiful circus. She will be there with me Saturday. So all you guys and girls will be able to meet my wife. I'm going to take her down and introduce them to everybody. And I'm sure you'll probably learn some shit about me that I never said before. But just stay tuned and be aware. That's all I'm saying. Nah, she's super cool. So I can't wait. I'm excited for her to meet everybody. I really am.
Is she excited?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She's, dude, listen, without her love and support and my sons, I wouldn't be able to do this as much as I do it, right? Because I sacrifice a lot, taking time, doing all this stuff, which obviously I do it because I love to do it and I want to do it. But if I didn't have that beautiful queen back out here supporting me the way she does, yeah, she's super excited to meet everybody. She's seen, when the time that I actually took over the podcast to where I am now and all the effort I put into it and the friends I've made. And yeah, she's super excited to show up and meet everybody. So,
and speaking of that, thank you for all the effort and the enthusiasm that you bring to the table and even doing this for the sport, man. Honestly, seriously.
Dude, thank you so much, man. Again, the honor's all mine, so yeah, this is awesome. Jacob, I can't wait to run into you again. I'm gonna try to make Road Atlanta at the end of the month. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be feasible, but we got each other's number. Just hit me up and be like, hey, I'm gonna be there. And be like, okay, I can make it. I'll come out and hang out on the weekend with you and Mark. We'll do some live videos and all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll have a lot of
fun. If that's a stretch, dude, plan on maybe potentially trying to make GNF out at Barber in October. That'll be a good event.
I've never been to Barber. I want to go. It's on my bucket list.
Really?
Yes.
Man,
Barber's on my bucket list.
Depending on what you go to Barber for, you can get lost there in a weekend. That is a awesome facility, man. It really is.
Bobby says my wife's also going to be there. Good, Bobby. I can't wait to introduce our wives together. That might be some trouble. That might be trouble, Bobby. And also a good friend of mine, Jessica Heron, and her husband, Jeff, good friends of mine. They're going to be there too. And yeah, they can't wait to meet Nikki. I don't know why Bob wants to meet my wife. But it's kind of scary, actually.
It's like, y'all don't want to meet me?
I love it, dude. I fucking love it. Anyway, on that note, I'll keep talking all day. I got to go. Jacob's got to go. We will see you guys soon. Jacob, just stay with me for 1 second, okay?
All right.
See you guys. Let me end this.
Calling all two-wheel enthusiasts, get ready to rev up your earbuds with Pin the Gas Podcast, the ultimate motorcycle racing podcast, hosted by Chris Simcoe, one of our very own excellent leaders here in Roanoke, Virginia. With expert analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive writer interviews, Pin the Gas Podcast delivers the adrenaline rush of the racetrack straight to your ears. Whether you're a diehard fan or a curious newcomer, you'll gain insights that will transform how you watch and understand motorcycle racing. On your favorite podcast app, join Simcoe as he takes you on a high-speed journey through the world of motorcycle racing. Pin the Gas Podcast.